And we ain't got to talk about it, but boy, the internet is kicking him a Grede ass.
Oh, for real? What she did?
I ain't talking about it.
They are.
I missed that one.
Check that one on the break.
That's not my internet
My algorithm don't show me that.
Mine's a little more ignorant, I think.
What's the? I know we're not gonna talk about it, but what's the theme of the criticism?
They're saying. I don't know if I agree with it, but
Just tell them what the beef is.
I disagree with it.
Well, what are they saying?
What's
What's going
they're
on?
saying that
Pull your mic
basically,
close-ish, please.
they're basically saying that she using black people on her press run, and she don't really commune with black people
No.
like that.
No. That's what they're saying after press run shit. They're on her for. Actually, I can find it, but they're on her for that whole women.
That was only one.
Women,
That's a whole
women in the work. Women are failing because they're staying at home and they need to get out back into the workplace.
And they misconstrued. She didn't say they're failing because of that. She's saying that any women that are working remotely from home are doing themselves a disservice because they're not.
I'm still unclear if that's how I pronounce the last name, but if the shoe fits. I'm Dr. Sarah Orrick. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Mavita Health, and I'm a Latina entrepreneur. And here are my takeaways about Emma Grede. I'll do a shit sandwich here. I love that she is a black female entrepreneur who's an immigrant to the US and is amassing a fortune and growing huge companies. She is everywhere. So good on her for a great PR strategy. Now the shit part. What I think is missing from all of these clips that I'm seeing is context and acknowledgement of privilege. And I think what's getting people so amped up is the fact that it sounds like right wing, pick yourself up by the bootstraps, just go into the office and perform and you will succeed, which is just not the case. And specifically, I think people that feel really betrayed by this are black women. So yes, apparently she grew up poor, but she is drop dead gorgeous. She also goes on to marry a white European male who grew up privileged and had already made a name for herself in exactly the field that she goes into.
The beef is
points are being made here, but
financial security and connections. Then she goes on to found, yes, multi-billion-dollar companies, and that does require hard work. But she co-founded them with Kardashians, which means she had the proximity to Kardashians to say, hey, let's go into business together. And without the Kardashians in the equation, sure, she would have been successful, but I don't know multi-billion-dollar valuation successful. Just saying. And also, she is an immigrant, but a British immigrant. And let's be real. Americans fall for a British accent. They think that whatever comes out with a British accent is brilliant. And
right through you.
I just said that. So ultimately, what I want is just some acknowledgement of like, yes, I'm a very hard worker, but I have these advantages. Acknowledge your privilege. Don't pretend it was all you.
You can cut her off, yo.
That's
right. She give me a headache.
But they're killing her for that?
They're killing her for
Like they're in line with what Shorty's saying?
For what?
No, she's getting into the whys of it, but it was the get back into the workplace, go to work, stop working from home. Yes, she got killed for that.
I don't agree with none of this shit. And I'm not caping for her, but like she got next to the Kardashians. I don't know how, but it sounds like because she was good at what she did. And yes, without her, she might not have made $1 billion.
Being rich and beautiful helps.
You don't just end up next to people and like it's a cop out for
Bro,
people.
The way she talked and told her story up here about how I started off over here, then I learned this, and I did like I worked my way through the business.
Before I ever met a Kardashian, I sold my first company for $24, $26 million when I was in my 20s. Before I ever met a Kardashian. So all of that other shit they talking about is a bunch of ifs.
Well, before she met a Kardashian, her husband was who he was in the same field that she eventually went on to sell companies in.
I sold my company. Again, I don't want to do that.
I don't want to get
before she met him, though, right?
That all sounds stupid, though.
And that's what makes it sound stupid. I didn't sell my company for $26 million.
The point still, which is you cannot tell black women that they are not succeeding in the workforce because they want to work from home.
She didn't say that.
If y'all don't hear,
she didn't say that. And that's the
that,
problem. She said that it is a detriment when they are working from home because you are not being seen in the office. And if you are not being seen in the office, then in her opinion, that's a detriment to you rising all the way up the corporate ladder.
Do you see how that could offend people?
That don't mean it's not true, though. Especially from somebody, I can see how it'll be offensive.
But it's not true. But it's not true. You don't just go to work, do your job,
Nobody
do
said,
your job
and
at,
that's
at
where it's
work, and that's
conflated.
how you climb up.
Nobody
That's
said
not
that.
true.
That's not what she said.
We can't. Me and you can't keep saying this if you're gonna say that's not what she said. Let's pull up what she said and argue about what she said.
That's cool.
Because she said this.
We could do that. She didn't say
Let's
that's
find
not,
what she said and argue about that. I don't want to argue about she said that, she didn't say that. Because she said these things.
You are misquoting the lady, bro.
So let's find the quotes.
I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling it up.
But based off
She
what was
called-
said, I could see how black women specifically would be offended at that. There's mad other things in the workplace that prevent black women from climbing up the corporate ladder.
Of course.
It's not black women who are just lazy and want to stay at home.
She called it
Just
career
find the
suicide.
quote. Don't make phases. Just find the quote so we can go over it.
He looking it up, but that's the misquote shit that I have you fucked up and painting your picture, your words like they evil words. She never said black women are lazy or none of that shit. That is somebody misinterpretation of what she said. And then it catches wind, and somebody writes it, and then some podcaster put it out, or some columnist puts it out, and now they looking at the girl like she evil, and she's saying all this mean shit. That's not what she said.
I think I might have it.
You have the full because I keep saying just like
I got a minute.
okay.
Oh, I was trying.
And what I think is that work from home culture is a career killer for women. And let me explain to you why. Remembering that I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and
This is on Kiki Palmer, by the way.
hundreds and hundreds of women that work for me. Now, what is happening is that we talk about all of this sort of upside of Zoom culture, but none of the rigidity of it. And no one will really tell you. But careers require proximity and visibility. You want a pay rise? You want the next promotion? You want the big corner office? Guess what? You need to be there. You might not want to hear it, because it might be comfortable in your living room, but the facts are the facts. And I'm not here to sugarcoat information or to load women
So you
up
almost
with
feel
toxic
like it's
positivity.
a way to also, I don't want to say push us out, but it's almost slowly a way to be like, you're not needed, or you don't really, it's not there's no urgency because you're away.
It's eroding the potential for women to be successful.
Interesting.
Period.
Not one time did she call anybody lazy.
And she didn't say black women. She's saying women. She's
Not
speaking
one,
in general
she's
to
saying
women.
that in a good old boys club,
You need
it's
to be
easy
there.
to be overlooked if you home. If you in these offices and you rubbing shoulders and you making moves and your voice is heard and you in the boardrooms and you being loud and you being visible, it's harder for them to overlook you if you are being visible. Somebody's taking what she said and adding mad negative connotation to what she said, in my opinion.
To me, it's if I give her the most generous read, right, which is that she's just trying to say, hey, look, there's a thing here that will help you be more successful. I just think there's a blind spot in the communication of it. Because I do think when you talk about, because I think she's right. I mean, if you're home, it's easier to be ignored from home. I don't disagree with that. I think the question is, why are women home? And if you don't acknowledge that, and we talk about this up here all the time, like when we talk about people selling drugs, right, or whatever, like we always say, yeah, but why is this person selling drugs? Because they only got a cucumber in their refrigerator. They got all these situations. So it's easy to say don't sell drugs. The hard part is like, why are you selling drugs? We don't think about the circumstances that get them there. What are the circumstances that have women working from home? But also, when women get to work, what are the things that make them still, face challenges in being successful? Because not like if women come to work, patriarchy is not going to exist. Pay differentials aren't going to exist. Coming to work isn't an anecdote.
That's the backlash.
But that's not what she's saying. Nowhere near what she's saying.
I understand that, but that's
she's
not what
saying
she's
with
saying.
all
She's
of
just
these
saying
things that
staying
we have
home makes it harder for you.
Yes.
That's it.
With all these things we got to overcome, and all of this adversity, like the pay scale differential, the patriarchy, the white good old boys club, with all of these obstacles, you think staying at home is going to make it easier for you? No, it's thereby making it harder for you to get overlooked for the proper promotion or for the other stuff, because you're not physically in the workplace rubbing shoulders and demanding to be seen.
I see how that could be harder.
Like, yo, dog, we take this shit and start spinning it, and then this person will add something to it. This person will add something to it. We just played it.
Yeah.
So Antoine is not making this up. That's not from my.
We're just hearing different things from it.
Yeah, from my perspective, that's not what she's saying at all.
I easily see how people could hear that and be offended.
And that's
it's
why
not even a question for me.
And that's why that first woman you played to me matters, even though I don't love non-black people telling black people to acknowledge their privilege. That always makes you a little uneasy.
Well, there's tons of millions of black women.
I know there's other examples of it too.
Oh,
I'm with you. But I do think the person saying it, the messenger matters.
Neutral Budden.